So I'm outside on my deck. It's just snowing just slightly, just a few flurries. But I wanted to show y'all where the Yule Log came from. And I'm on, like I said, I'm on the back deck and it has to cross a creek. And it's right there. You can see where that fresh cut is right there. That tree has been fallen for a couple of 3 years now. And so we did not cut down a live tree. Good day, everyone. Merry meet. My name is Glennis, and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me today. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but there are so many variations in making a Yule log, and I'm going to, just kind of take you on the journey of my Yule log. Now, of all the research I've done through my entire life, and that's been a long time, and I'm happy about that, but there are so many, oh my goodness, there's so many, well, these people did this and these people did that, and, I'm going to just say, throw it all. I mean, it's good to research, it's good to learn, but I'm throwing it all to the wind. Lots of wind today, but I'm throwing it all to the wind because I'm making it about me, and that's what you should be doing, is making it about you. And tradition tells us that during the longest night of the year, and for 2023, that will be, I believe, December 21st, 10:30, I think it's 10:27, something like that at night, is the time to, reflect back on the past year and contemplate and think of the things that you want or need to change. Consider your life path, consider your magical path, and not only do you have to stay true to yourself and the path and your belief systems, because we are all so incredibly different and we all believe so many incredibly different things. But when a path is presented to you, it is up to you, up to me, as to if we take it or not, or if we want to be structured and say, okay, this is my path. It's really entirely up to you. Now, tradition, and I'm saying to tradition, whatever you want to do is your tradition. How about, but I think it's a good time once, twice, 3, 4 times a year to contemplate what you're doing, what you're not doing, and where you want to kind of go, so to speak. But tradition says that you have to, oh, don't you just hate that? But you should cut your Yule log from your property. Well, this is from the property, and there's a little bit of a shaved flat spot on the bottom. That helps a lot. I've already drilled holes for my candles, and a few of the other various things that's going to be happening today. But who's to say? Who's to say? I'm starting to sound like a teenager again. Who's to say what is good for someone 50, 100 years, 200 years ago is good for me? You could, as far as a Yule log is concerned, you may not have the resources to go and cut down one of your trees or find a fallen tree like we have here. Go on a hike. Go make it meaningful to you in the direction that your life has been, and the direction that you want your life to go. So you may want to go on a hike with your partner and include them in doing this. You may want to go on a hike with your pet. There's several different ways of obtaining a log, and it doesn't have to be this size. It doesn't have to be. Now, as far as your candles are concerned, tradition. Let's go tradition. Oh, tradition tells us red, white, and green. Y'all know I'm not going to do anything traditional. If you want to do that, if you are not, out of the proverbial closet, so to speak, then do the red, white, and green and put all of your intentions in everything else. But if you have the luxury of saying, this is my Yule log, this is my life, and I'm taking control of it, I'm going to do something a little bit different with the candles. Yeah, y'all know I'm going to. As most of you know, and I hope most of you know, I identify with several different variations of witchcraft. And I have several deities that I work with. But I'm always, no matter what I'm doing, I'm always super conscious of the moon. So I'm going to add my candles to represent lunar, black and silver. Now, before anyone gets all uptight about using black candles, I don't know where this came from. I really, I know because I've practiced voodoo and hoodoo, black candles very often come into that. Black candles are nothing to be alarmed about, nothing to be worried about or anything like that. It's what you or someone else does to the black candle. And I have heard and read, oh my goodness, so many times, black is devoid of all colors. Good golly, y'all. Could you be more dramatic? That is like the most insane thing I've ever heard. Okay, let's be clear. Black is the inclusion of all colors. It is not devoid of a single thing. White, and this really, in hindsight, this is really not, white is not really a color. It's going to be white with, gray undertones or blue undertones or, something like that. But stop the fear of the black, okay? Stop. If you want, and if you are out of the closet and you're on your own and you don't care, you may want to put some sigils, carve some sigils in your candles. If you want, that's totally fine too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my essential oils. I'm going to anoint my Yule log and my candles and get these situated. Now, what I've already made, I've made up my essential oil blend to anoint my candles and my Yule log. And really, they correspond with some of the aspects that we're actually going to be putting on the Yule log. Pine, essential oil, orange, essential oil. I know you're like, orange. Well, orange represents the return of the sunlight, the return to longer days. And for me, I use orange to remove blockages. So going into the new year, hopefully, if there are any blockages, they will be long gone. But orange essential oil will open doors and very, very good for road openers. I've got rosemary. I have some cinnamon essential oil. I've got frankincense, which I'm going to make a corresponding incense to go with my log. And lemon, any kind of citrus. I have clove. Yeah, I've already mentioned pine. I have a little thing of pine. And if you have the luxury of, having star anise essential oil, that's wonderful too if you have that. But what I've done is, this is not all essential oil. This is an essential oil blend, because some of these, like the cinnamon, I don't want to put on, like just right on my skin. But I'm going to think about what I want to accomplish this coming year. And just you, the silver, and we go dark again. And all over my log. And yes, I am going to video when I do burn this. But I'm going to pause here, if I can, and get these candles securely fit in here. So as you can see, I have affixed my candles into the appropriate holders for them. I've added some pine. Pine represents and symbolizes for me success, well-being, joy, and spiritual abundance. So we all enjoy spiritual abundance. I've added a few cinnamon sticks here, and cinnamon, of course, is for protection and prosperity. I'm going to be adding some star anise. Now, for those of you who have not used star anise often, it has exceptional protection qualities, purifying agents, and as far as, you know, your spiritual practice is concerned. And it also, for me and my practice, I use star anise to draw spirits. And again, this is just something that I've been taught long ago, and I'm going to add a lot of star anise to this. It's beautiful. Now, I have my star anise on there. If you are, not wanting to connect with your ancestors, or if you don't want to connect with any spirits along the way, when you are releasing your intentions out, when you burn this, then of course you can leave star anise off if you want, but I'm going to encourage you to use that. I'm going to do a little bit of knot magic. This raffia will show up again in a little while. It's nice to make a Yule log and use different and incorporate various aspects of what you think and feel in this. You can still stay with tradition, but not. Of course not. We're all different and unique, and that's what makes us so really super special. And that's my last one. Knot magic is so nice. And this has been, this raffia, along with another color that I have, has been soaked in salt water overnight and dried out. I have a wonderful friend and who gifted me so many things that, there's no way that I couldn't incorporate. She gifted all of this cinnamon for me, and it's worked very well. But this was, the salting and soaking of, if you're using rope or, like for knot magic or something like that, was her idea. And it's a great idea. I wished I'd have thought of it, but I didn't. But plenty of cinnamon. I want a lot of prosperity, and of course finances and things like that. And I also, you know, want to have a little bit of control too. And that's why I like my spirits here with me. I do have some bay leaves here that if, you know, depending on your situation, I certainly don't want to start writing my, you know, spells for the new year just yet, and especially have them exposed. But you can absolutely write on those and tuck these in up under here, and they will burn. Or if you want, you know, if you have some really nice like parchment paper or something like that, or you may have some paper with graphics on it, you may want to use something like that, whatever works for you. But bay is certainly a very traditional thing. And I'm going to put a few of my orange slices, my citrus slices. Now, you don't have to use citrus, but for me, citrus and orange just is really like a what is it, a 1-2 punch sort of type thing. It really is a very, very nice thing. And you know, if you don't feel comfortable using hot glue, you can certainly, you know, use florist wire, you know, whatever colors that you want. You might use raffia, you know, that's okay too. But for me, I certainly don't have a problem using a hot glue gun for this. So the next thing that you could add to your Yule log is acorns. Now, if you happen to have the first acorn that you picked up when they started falling, I hope that you still have it, and I hope that you did so, because it will draw prosperity to you, repel any kind of negativity, and that's, you know, a very good thing. But I have a few acorns, and I do have the one that I picked up, and I did carry it in my purse. And here's another one. And yes, these are all from the property. And there's no shortages here of materials to use. But yes, it's just wonderful, wonderful. Let's see, put one right here. And there we are. Acorns. You can also, when you do pick them up and work with acorns, place them in your windowsill. Brings prosperity in. I do have some acorns in my bedroom windowsill, along with an old family coin. Wonderful for moonwork. And the one thing that you will notice that's absent from my Yule log, any decor that I have in my house or outside, is mistletoe. There are two reasons. One, I have new pets here, and I just think that's a very, very bad idea, is mistletoe and pets. The second one is the Fae really, really dislike mistletoe. So if you are doing any kind of Fae work, Fae magic, or trying to, you know, have that spiritual access to the Fae, no mistletoe, okay? And this is the reason why I incorporated acorns. The Fae are attracted to acorns. So I very, very often, of course there's loads outside, but I very, very often have acorns in a centerpiece in my home. And so the last thing, I think, maybe, that I'm going to add are cloves. Now, I have drilled some holes for those, and I think what I'm going to do is, since I have my glue gun here, and again, y'all don't have to do that, you know, cut a couple of pieces of wire if you feel so inclined, and just, you know, kind of stick and poke and or whatever it is that you have. Use whatever it is that you have. But cloves, and I'm not really quite sure if y'all are working with these as much as you could or should. but cloves are excellent as far as the log is concerned. It's excellent for anxiety. I just saw snow. Oh, for banishing, for hexes, for cleansing crystals, for courage, for friendship, for love, luck. And to stop gossip. Now, this will stop gossip, but what I'm using this for is for money, and I think we can all use a little bit of extra money. And that's basically it for my Yule log. I'm still going to add these, but there we go. But now, what do you do? Say you're in a dorm room or in a situation where you just cannot do something like this. I have a couple of alternatives for those who are closeted, and maybe you want just a really small something if you have like a cubicle at work or a desk or something like that. So I hope that you keep watching. And since we're having really super cold weather, I had to bring in my ivy. So I've tucked a little bit of ivy in here, and maybe a little bit through here. There goes a clove. And there we go. So another way, if you are in the closet or if you're in a situation where you can't really make something at this size, or maybe you want to take something to the office with you for your desk. So there's a couple of little things that you can make, and what I've done here, and I think I have my scissors here, yes, you have to excuse me. I've just simply bundled some cinnamon sticks with a little bit of raffia. I'm going to trim that, of course. A pine cone, some sage, and some pine. And, you know, you just bundle this up. If you want to, I still have an acorn. I could probably put an acorn like right here, and I think I will. But something, you know, like really super simple like that works really, really. And it's, you know, you could set this on a stack of books. And there we go with this. I don't know. I thought it was just, you know, really, really super cute. And if you wanted to, or if you felt comfortable enough to do this, you could write whatever it is that you want to, you know, banish away from your life. You could write it on your bay leaf and just set it like that. And then when the time comes to burn this and take it out of your, you know, your office space or what have you, then that's okay too. The second thing that I'm going, or you could do, and I'm doing, is, you know, just a pine cone, one I found out here. I have my orange slices, and what I've done, and it really depends on you. I would always try to incorporate your star anise in with these as well. So I have some with star anise on, and I have some with cloves. I have a little star anise here that I'm going to just secure here. And I don't think my girls, my cats, are going to bother this, because once they smell, probably, I'm guessing, I don't know, the star anise, then they're going to go like, I don't think so. But what I'm going to do is just put a little right there and set that there. So we've incorporated that. Add this right here. just a little bit right here. And you could also take the star anise if you wanted to. Oops. And, you know, just tuck it in here and there. And I think that's definitely what I'm going to do. And, you know, one of the things that I noticed as I'm kind of working with this, and I'm touching each one, and I'm putting the intention in for me. Now, for you, you probably would want to, you know, ask for protection. I ask for spirit to come to me. And as I touch these, and of course put intention and work through these, I'm starting to see, and this might sound kind of unusual, but not for me, but I start to see faces, different shapes. And so in that aspect, when you are working with your, you know, your materials, I'm not hot gluing these in. You know, I just kind of let my eyes go off focus, just, you know, slightly, you know, and it comes to you. It will come to you. Whatever it wants you to see, you will see. You have to just keep open about it, you know. And I'm afraid these are going to start to fall out. There's 3 at the top. And, you know, the really nice thing about something like this is that if you're in a college dorm or something, this is a winter decor, or because I know a couple of you have mentioned, you know, kind of not being really open about it, but I just kind of wanted to give y'all a couple of helpful hints. And it smells really good too. It smells wonderful. And this that I put together, just these couple of little things I put together are all natural, except for the hot glue, of course. But, you know, when the time comes to where, you know, you're going to burn this, you know, grab a bay leaf or, you know, a simple piece of paper. And let's see, let me put something on there. And then all you have to do is give it a roll and a tuck. And then that's really, this really would make an excellent fire starter for the Yule log. And I'm more than likely, excuse me, more than likely, that's what I'm going to do. But there you go, a couple of different, you know, nondescript, excuse me, examples. So what do you think? I think they're just ever so cute. And I'm going to be working with all of these. And when the time comes, yes, I'm definitely going to be burning these, and I will be filming. I hope you join me then. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, y'all. So we have everything situated, and for some reason my dark candles don't want to burn. I'm going to have to rectify that, but I basically set this on a red table runner, and that's only because I think of red and fire and the return of the sun, and I have to wonder, is it going to be a cloudy year coming up? Maybe, you never know. But I hope y'all give this a try. Yule blessings to you and yours. Happy New Year.